Did I just snort? I have realised there's so many similarities between Twi and Cantonese and Mandarin as well. So, for example,
point, like the top of the parking garage, it is such a fantastic place to people watch. I am so glad that I got to finally see it.
Our fault. But when people say Ghana is the most peaceful and friendly, warm welcome, Akwaba, you will ever receive, it is so true.
Is in Ghana, embassy with Kantumri. Look at that.
So this German lady is sharing with us a change that Ghana has made in her life. She has totally changed according to her. And also I have other foreigners who have visited Ghana and also foreigners currently living in Ghana sharing their experiences, how lovely Ghana is for them. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go into the video, watch, come back and talk.
The quiet difference between cultures no one talks about. I'm Sarah and I moved from Germany to Ghana this year. So here are the few things I noticed between the differences in the cultures. In Germany, everything is like extremely structured and on point and efficient. And on the contrary, in Ghana, everything kind of lasts longer, but in a good way. Like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely something that needs getting used to, and it's something that frustrated me a lot in the beginning. But now with time being and with spending more time here, I'm kind of appreciating that because it's making me softer and calmer and it's making me more present as well. Number 2 is that people seem much friendlier in Ghana than they do in Germany. Like in Germany, everybody is extremely reserved, everybody is extremely to themselves and like very individualistic mindset. In Ghana, it's basically the opposite. Like community comes first. Community comes before the individual almost. In Ghana, people will talk to you randomly. People will approach you. I get in so many random conversations with people here and I love it about it. Like I'm such a people person. So I absolutely love that about like people just connecting with each other. In a few months here, I met more people than I've done in years in being in Europe. It's so obvious that like Ghanaian culture prioritizes connection much more than individuality. And it just shows that like the smallest cultural differences say so much about people because in Germany, silence is normal. You will be in tram on your way somewhere or in a metro. I have videos, so many videos of just people being silent and not saying one single word. And in Ghana, like everybody is extremely loud, but in a good way, like in a very lively, happy, positive way. And silence feels like extremely unusual, like it feels very unnatural. And it just goes to show that like one culture finds comfort in space and the other in presence, if that makes sense.
My boyfriend is Ghanaian and the question that I get all the time is, how did we meet? The answer is simple, but the story behind it is longer than we just met in Ghana. And we met in Ghana. We weren't looking for love, we weren't searching for love, but we were just at the right moment, at the right place. And with a little bit help from my mom, I got a relationship with the cutest boy ever. And if my mom wasn't there with me in Ghana, then I think that I wasn't in the relationship that I am now because I was thinking too much about the distance and I was focusing too much about going home again. What if it doesn't work? What if it's just a holiday love? But it ended up like way more than a holiday love. And I'm so thankful for my mom that she pushed me in that moment and she said, just look for it, give it a go, and you will see what happened. So if my mom wasn't there, then I wasn't in the relationship that I am right now.
Massa, this is Ghana, the #1 safest country in Africa. If you are watching this from abroad, we need some Obrunizo. We need some Obrunis to come here and invest. We don't need Bivini people, Charlie. There is Bivini people everywhere. We need Obrunizo. Oh.
This is a video for all my Ghanaians, right? I got a question. So when I go to mobile agents and I say, oh, I want to deposit maybe 500 CDs, right? And the mobile agent goes, oh, you will add the charges. I don't understand well but every single time you want to give the Momo agent, you want to make deposit like maybe 500 CD or like 1,000 CD or something like, oh, unless you add the charges. It's like where did that even come from? Where did that come from where they feel like anything over a certain amount, they gotta like take a bit of the money? Like, it literally says on the receipt that it's free whenever you do it. So I'm just like, where did that even come from? Because it's not just like one place. This is like pretty much everywhere you go. So I'm just like, this is my question to y'all. Like, what's going on with that?
Iran people are very nice people. This your foreign minister. He's very good. Abbas.
You like him?
Oh, I like him. But I should advise his people to calm down. US too, they should calm down. Not in any side at all. Because when the thing happens, it affects me here. Fuel started going up.
How much is it now?
This, some 13 cities.
Wow.
From 9 cities, within 2 weeks to 13 cities. So I don't like the fact that people assume or they say Iran is creating nuclear. These people don't want. But it doesn't give you the audacity to play everybody. You know, let me tell you this. You see, Iran is a Muslim country, right?
Yes, majority.
Ghanaian, we have Muslims. So Muslims all over the world, some almost most are supporting Iran because they feel like it's a religious fight. And Christians in Ghana, most people to assume that Iran is against Israel, they also support Israel.
Yes.
That's all. By some it's not supposed to be that. I'm a Christian, but I mean, it's not supposed to be like that. Please, that must stop. But you know, I don't know how long this will continue.
It's a pity to see that the knowledge is so limited when it comes to Black culture, that Black Americans don't know what Black Europeans or Caribbeans have gone through, because just like Black Americans, colonizers have taken people from West Africa, spread them all over, the Caribbean, the Americas, North America, South America, the Caribbean islands. And then from that point on, European colonizers like Portugal, like Spain, like the Netherlands, like the UK, a lot of the diaspora went to Europe. So Jamaicans mostly went to the UK. The Dutch people were harboring mostly Surinamese, because in Suriname, in South America, next to Brazil, between the two Guyanas, we speak Dutch. And they came to the Netherlands. People from French Guyana came to France, etc. But also from Africa. A lot of the countries in Africa speak English or French. The Francophone countries, for example, Ivory Coast or Côte d'Ivoire, they speak French. This is next to Ghana. In Ghana, they speak English because they had an English colonizer. So those colonies, even in Africa, the way that Africa is put in like countries is because of the colonizers who did that. European colonizers. So to only focus when it comes to Black culture and Black celebrations and people like winning Oscars and doing amazing things in music and only seeing that, but it's only Black American culture. No, it's part of Black culture. Black American culture is the most visible, but Black American culture is part of Black culture in general, whether it's Black European, Black Caribbean, African, where the roots are, where everything starts. So you cannot claim that as yourself only. I understand where it comes from, but you are not fighting against an oppressor. We are just as Black as you are, because when we are the same context, where we are in a room, they will treat us the same, if you understand what I mean. And that is something that is not talked about, because a lot of us Black European talk in our own languages, in French, in Spain, in Spanish, in Dutch, in whatever, even our Caribbean, we have Suriname, we also speak Surinamese. That's why it's not, I understand, the knowledge is not out there, but have the understanding that what are your heroes are also our heroes.
Some of the reason why people feel when them come to Africa are here in Ghana. I've been here now 35 years and I've seen a lot of ups and I've seen a lot of downs and I've seen a lot of broken dreams, And some of the reason why the people them feel when they come here is the simple fact say, them don't want to live within their means. They want to live above what actually is generating. Here in Africa, you have to learn to live like how the Africans they live. Learn how they survive here in this land. And the other thing too, otherwise from the 1 and 2 ups and down, you must always prepare to get your hand dirty to right to the other level. Me not say people won't bad mind you and people won't steal you. That's on another level again. But basically, live within your means and you can override this thing.
but we ended up like pet trading his dog. He's just got a new dog.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a little nice.
That's what I was like.
The beef is so chewy. These last 3 days. The amount of food. Yeah. What do you think of the food?
I like the flavor. I like goat. But I think this is like really sticky.
It was decent. Bache was nice. Tried the fufu, which was alright. The texture was a bit weird, but yeah, it was decent.
I wasn't a massive fan of mine. I thought it tasted alright, but the fish had a lot of bones in, which I'm not used to, and the sauce was very, very spicy.
Hello, so I had fufu and okra soup. I can tell it was a 9-10. The food is really basic, you know, Ghanaian. But I love it, guys. See the balcony.
Oh, yeah.
And he left. So I was just leaving the party.
I would have.
It's okay.
If I was out there for like an hour,
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, an hour, yeah.
It's not my thing, but
You like it?
I forgot to let it slide.
I can't let it slide.
I chewed it loads. It's alright.
I thought it's quite cheap.
I would rather like.
It's a little bit.
This one is.
Someone said to me, isn't it really random that you're going to Ghana on holiday? And I was like, what's random about Ghana? Have you seen it? Have you actually seen how incredible Ghana is? Would you just look at it? Me and my husband took a trip back to his homeland, Ghana, and we just spent the time working, but also resting a lot and just taking things in Ghana time. If you know, you know. Yes, we had a few mishaps, like breaking down on the motorway, having to bribe to get our way through customs. But you know what? Most of it was our fault. But when people say Ghana is the most peaceful and friendly, warm welcome, akwaba you will ever receive, it is so true. Like when you're haggling with people, with aunties in the market, everyone does it with a smile. It's just so friendly. And I feel like the warmth is just really genuine as well. Some of my favourite memories is just speaking to locals, just in the taxis, just on the streets. People just make time for one another, and I really want to take that back to the UK. Also, in my journey of learning Twi too, did I just snort? I have realised there's so many similarities between Twi and Cantonese and Mandarin as well. So for example, war obviously in Twi means you, but in Mandarin it means me. So I find that super confusing when I'm trying to use it in a sentence, and then I have to like switch my thinking from I to you. So that's really confusing. Me pa chow, please. To me in Cantonese, it sounds like someone is saying me pa tao, I'm shy. So there's a really like cool connection between the two languages, where I feel like it's easier for me to remember because I can just translate it to Cantonese, but actually it doesn't really translate very well. But I love watching those videos of Ghanaian people who can speak Cantonese and vice versa.
One of the most underrated dishes in Ghana is embassy. Huh?
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. So yeah, one of the most underrated dishes in Ghana, embassy with contumely. Look at that. Like, look at this. We just boiled plantains, contumely, boiled egg, fresh avocado. I be having to tell Chef Yaya not too much palm oil, it'd be too oily. But it's healthy, it's fresh, is yummy. You know what I'm saying? This is when I don't want to eat no protein or something. I want to eat a little healthier and kinda. This is yummy. Like the combination of the pear, avocado, and the egg with everything is just yummy. Mad yummy.
Chale, if you've been here for any length of time, then you know how much I absolutely detest going to Mokala Market. But that's exactly what we're doing today. I have to say, I got to see Mokala from the viewpoint, like the top of the parking garage. It is such a fantastic place to people watch. I am so glad that I got to finally see it. I'd never been up there before. But anyway, I spent so much time, guys, buying things that I did not have on my list because they were so cheap. And I ended up buying a bunch of sunglasses from this sunglass vendor on the roadside. I spent so much time there, y'all. It was ridiculous because the real reason I actually came here was to get some safety equipment because I'm getting ready to go back to the Volta, and this time I'm going to be getting my hands dirty on some road work and some farm work. This is why I was here, but I ended up getting so distracted for like hours. Anyway, ended up getting a pair of boots and getting some sugar cane afterwards. I had so much more that I needed to do, but I got completely overwhelmed and overstimulated from the heat and the walking and all of that. But yeah, I accomplished so much today, even though it took forever. Catch you guys on the next one.
Welcome to Travel Diaries with She. Today we're exploring the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park here in Accra, Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah was Ghana's first president and visionary who led the country to independence from British colonial rule. As soon as you walk into the museum, you're greeted with so much history, from the car he used to drive to the plaques highlighting his time as a member of a D9 fraternity in the US. He studied at Lincoln University and later UN Penn, which played a huge role in shaping his leadership journey. Before our tour, we took a quick stroll to the souvenir shops outside. We were on a hunt for magnets, but most of what we found were wooden pieces and we were hoping for metal ones. This right here is the heart of a memorial, a statue of Kwame Nkrumah and the structure where he and his wife were laid to rest. The design represents his famous words, forward ever, backward never. We didn't book a tour guide, but somehow we got lucky and joined one for free. The guide was amazing and really brought history to life. One interesting fact, Kwame Nkrumah was eventually overthrown and later moved to Guinea, where he became their co-president. His remains were later brought back here to Ghana to be laid to rest. When Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, his statue was actually vandalized. What's left here is the original structure, and interestingly, the head of the statue wasn't returned until 2009 by a Ghanaian citizen. Walking into the second part of the museum, we're surrounded by his words, powerful quotes he was known for. One of my favorites is, Ghana's independence is meaningless until it's linked to the total liberation of Africa. We also saw images of him with world leaders, prime ministers, members of the Suffering Union, Queen Elizabeth I, and so many influential figures of his time. The clip shows him delivering one of the most popular lines, which we mentioned in the last video, forward ever, backward never. What really stuck was me learning about the history of this ground. Before independence, this space was used by the British to play polo, and Ghanaians were not allowed to step foot here. Another quote that stood out for me was, I am not African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. Visiting Ghana and standing in this museum reminded me just how deeply connected we are as Africans. It's a reminder that our history matters, our unity matters, and we, the next generation, carry the responsibility to move Africa forward together. So I'm done at Kwame Nkrumah, and it was fun. That's all I can say. I've learned so much, seen things I never imagined I would, and gained a deeper appreciation for Ghana's story. Overall, it was an unforgettable experience, uncovering the history, the struggles, and the spirit of Ghana.
Today I'm going to cook gobe for my Spanish family. We've got all the ingredients and I brought some curry from Ghana. We're going to cook it outdoors. Yes, are you ready? So the beans are in the making. We connected with the master chef. Hello, for some help. Say hi. Wait. Like this, baby. El equipo. So my people, now we're going to cut the plantain. The plantain that you cut like this. Like this, soft. See this softness. I'm a surgeon, professional cutter. Hey, he's the superstar here. My man is Guy. Guy. Now we put the plantain in water and then add some salt. Add. Yenko. Cabanto. And now it's time for the pepper. For the pepper here, it's very important to remove the seeds from it. I need the pepper because it has to be hot. Ghana heat. Millo. Tírame agua. Ay, no, ese otro.
Del ojo, pero reina, que no.
Soft touch. Break time with some Asian food for an amazing gobe session.
Add water.
For teamwork. Sister Ali is also helping. Everyone is here on it. We're going to do the perfect gobe, you know?
Add water.
More water. More water. More fire. The plantain is also ready. We're going to add some pepper to the onion. Déjamelo así. A ver. Déjame un poquito que quiero probar a ver cuánto picante está. Está de picante. Tú te has puesto un montón. ¿Sí? Te has pasado 3 pueblos, tía. So the beans are ready to serve. Let's go. How hungry are you? Vale, we have to add some oil. I know there is extra onion, okay? Don't come at me. But we love onion here. Now, it's time to add some gari if you like. You know, like this. The cherry on top.
Thank you.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, thank you.
Very beautiful for you, my baby. My people, the food is served. I'm so excited. Let's see the reactions. Hey, aye, aye. Reacción in English.
¿Cómo es English?
Guau, muy bueno, ¿eh? Está increíble, Clara, ¿eh?
Yo no
Gracias.
juego.
Esto está
It's very hot, but it's good.
súper bueno, súper bueno.
Myself, this is my first time cooking gobe online.
Qué bueno, por favor.
Let's try. We're going to mix the pepper. Ahora sí.
Pero se nota, ¿eh?
I did good.
A ver, un poquito.
Fantástico. You have to say,
Mom, Nana, it's archipelago.
It's what?
Archipelago, Mom.
It's Nana, it's archipelago.
Mom, where did she come from?
That is a Ghanaian. This guy, his name is Archipelago. That is the nickname. I think he's an actor.
No, but seriously, where did she come from? Where did she come from?
She?
Where did she come from?
That is Archipelago. That is
Mom.
the spelling, and that is
Mom,
the name of that
so
boy.
you're telling me...
Nickname is Archipelago.
Mom, so you're telling me ACHIEPELAGO.
It's Archipelago. Leave us alone.
It's a group of islands, and you're saying...
Archipelago. What is the meaning again?
Mom, it's a group of islands. It's like a collection of islands.
What are you talking about now?
Mom, okay, you know archaeologists?
I know archaeologists.
It's ACH. So why is this? Why this? Archie.
ACHIE can also be Archipelago.
Search it up.
Huh?
Search it up.
Search what?
Search it up, Mom. If you say, Mom, search it up.
Guys,
comment if you think I'm right. Comment.
We are going to set this up. Okay, we don't usually do it
because she's been bugging me the whole day with this. Let's go.
Listen to it.
Archipelago.
See? What did I tell you? Where did you get Archie from, Mom?
Archipelago.
You can even do the British version. Do it.
Oh. Maybe the British person will say Archie.
Archipelago.
What did I tell you? This,
no,
Mom,
I'm not going to change what
guys, my mom had been bugging me the whole day.
Nana,
I told you.
Nana, I will always call it. I'm almost 50. I'm not going to change Archipelago to be whatever you are talking about. Leave us alone.
So the name Ata in Twi is someone that I met actually in Ghana. He was a security guard who was like looking after the building that we were staying in, and we kind of like struck up being friends because like from 7 p.m. at night he would like sit outside our house that we were staying in, and then he'd stay there till like basically 7 a.m. the next day guarding the house and like the properties around it and stuff. And so every night when we would cook dinner, we'd just like pop outside the window and be like, oh, Ata, do you want any food as well? And so we kind of just struck up a friendship. And my husband was the one that actually said to me, when we got back to the UK though, oh, his name is Ata, so I think that means twin in Twi. And we never got to have that conversation because I'm also a twin as well. So that would have been so cool to be able to like, you know, vibe off being twins and everything. But the reason why I remembered his name is because Ata is actually a derogatory word for Indian people in Hong Kong. So you may or may not know that there's a lot of Indian settlers in Hong Kong as well. And there's a whole kind of like, there's lots of racism and classism around Indians and South Asians actually being in Hong Kong as well. So that's a derogatory name. But when he said it to me, it sounded really similar again. Ata, I'm not sure whether I'm saying it tonally correctly, but it helps me remember that his name, because in Cantonese it's a very familiar word to me, but it obviously meant something completely different.
It's difficult, but it didn't take too long. So, and there's lots of points on the way, like markers that tell you how far you've climbed. So you know when you're a quarter of the way, half the way, 3/4 of the way up. So yeah, like, and that helps. But it took us just under 40 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite fast, but I think people could do it, you know, if you give yourself a good hour to do it, then I think most people could do it. Just bring a lot of water to drink on the way up. She gets super sweaty, as you can see.
All right, thank you so much.
You know, for Ghana, dear, if it doesn't change you, then I don't really know, because I've been sharing a lot of videos on foreigners who have actually visited this country, and there are certain key things that all the time pops up. Peaceful. Ghana has changed me. Ghana has made me calm. Ghanaians are lovely. Ghanaians are this. Like, it's something that you've been hearing from everyone. This lady is from Germany. People that came from, let's say, America, Europe, even Nigeria. This country just calms you down. Some of the things people think it is negative. It is not something that, because they are not used to it. But if you take your time and you have the patience and you live in this country for some time, you get to understand and also realize the kind of impact that thing has on you. You know, life is not all about doing everything on time, doing this on time. Yes, there are certain things that you need it fast. If not, certain things are not going to go well for you, or perhaps your plans will just be spoiled for the day or something. But you know, Ghana gives you a whole different experience that you can never ever get anywhere, because we have Lebanese in this country, we have Chinese in this country, we have Indians in this country, we have African Americans, we have Europeans, we have everyone in this country, even Africans. They say the same thing. It seems like this country is very different when it comes to how it welcomes you and how the people treat you. It's totally different from all the other African countries or every country in this world. Also, this lady that is talking about Mandarin, and she said Cantona or Cantoni or something. These languages are very similar. I'm not so surprised, because some time ago, someone said to say like the same thing, that she sounds like Chinese. That's Mandarin. The pronunciations, the way the pronunciations are, it sounds like Mandarin. Listen, human beings, we are all the same. I all the time say this, that we are the same people. Even when it comes to Igbo, the Igbo language, and Chi, they are also similar. They have some certain similar pronunciations in there. So human beings in Angasa, listen, we are the same people. It's just that you are spread it and we think we are different. We are not. We are the same people. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.